Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our August 2026 full council meeting. Tonight's meeting is being held in City Council chambers, is being streamed live on City 12 TV, as well as on our City Council YouTube and Facebook pages. We continue to post meeting information and materials on the city's website. The meeting will now come to order and ask the Deputy Clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Gruber. Councilmember Leslie Smith.
Here.
Councilmember Lupian.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember Monroe.
Here.
Councilmember Patterson. Councilmember Smith.
Here.
Vice President Harris.
Here.
President Melendez.
Here. Tonight, I'd like to take a moment of silence for the patient who passed away at Waterview Heights Nursing Home this month, and for all seniors who have been displaced by the facility's closure. This council is steadfast in its dedication to Rochester's aging population and will continue to fight for the quality of life, health, and safety of all the seniors who call the Flower City home. This week, our collective body sent a letter to the Commissioner of the New York State Department of Health asking for clarity around reported unsafe conditions, neglect, insufficient staffing, and the lack of inspections. We have urged the state that they renew their efforts to ensure that the safety of Rochester seniors and nursing homes throughout the city. In addition, I'd like to acknowledge and honor someone who the country has lost, Dolly Parton, who was part of the founding member, was the founding member of the Imagination Library. Something that in our community, many of our young people receive free books on a monthly basis as a result of the work that Dolly Parton has done. So with that, please join me in a moment of silence for our elders. Thank you. Councilmember Patterson, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? This time, I'd ask the council to join me at the podium for tonight's recognitions. So this month we are celebrating and recognizing Rochesterians who are shining examples of City Council's mission to build Rochester of safer neighborhoods, quality housing, and access to opportunities for our residents. First, we would like to honor all of the lifeguards in the room. If you are a lifeguard, please join us in the front. So on behalf of Rochester City Council, we thank you for your work to keep our swimmers safe. As lifeguards, this is how you spend your summer. And we appreciate the work that you're doing. You're the reason that the City of Rochester's pools, beaches, and spray parks are able to operate throughout the summer months and in turn bring joy to countless children and families throughout not only our city, but many people come from all over the region to enjoy our facilities. This job is not easy. You carry the responsibility of watching over families, children, and neighbors who trust you with their safety as they use our city facilities. The City of Rochester could not offer these spaces to residents. And just a few short years ago, we were struggling to keep many of our pools open. And as a result of the work of this team and many others who weren't able to join us tonight, they were able to keep our facilities open to the public and offer great service to our residents. So on behalf of City Council and the residents of Rochester, you served this summer. We are grateful for your care and enthusiasm you brought to your work every day. And we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge, honor you, and also take a few pictures. So I do want to acknowledge there are 55 lifeguards who have supported this effort throughout the summer. Many of them had to go back to school or to other commitments, so they couldn't be here tonight, but we are making sure that all of them receive their recognition for this. So next I'd like to invite up the graduates of the Healthy Baby Network. If you could please join us in the front. On behalf of Rochester City Council, we congratulate all of you on receiving your certification as a doula through the Healthy Baby Network. Let's give them up, round of applause. Your hard work and training ensures that you will be a crucial member of Rochester's maternal health community, bringing guidance and comfort to parents in our city. This body was proud to invest in our residents. That investment was made with the belief that Rochester families deserve support from people who understand their neighborhoods and their needs. The city of Rochester cannot improve health outcomes for mothers and babies without doulas being willing to walk alongside families in their birth journey. We are grateful for you that you have chosen to do this important work to support families in the city, and thank you all and the entire Healthy Baby Network team and the staff for your team working on this important issue in our community and for working towards improving the health outcomes of our residents. Thank you all. So next, we would like to invite everyone who is representing our community bikes to join us in the front. On behalf of Rochester City Council, we congratulate you on 25 years of our community bikes in the city of Rochester. Your work collecting, repairing, and distributing bicycles for free brings mobility and stability to thousands of Rochesterians every year. Your collective work at our community bikes has been steadfast. Since 2008, you've given away over 41,000 bikes to our community and repaired over 54,000 bikes. It's nearly 100,000 bikes. Your team has offered free bike education to children and adults, ensuring folks who know how to ride and ride safely. At the heart of it, though, your team has understood something essential for our community: the value of transportation and transportation alternatives. Because for some, that bike is the key to reaching their job, school, doctor's appointment, or grocery store. Thank you to each of you for your incredible work over the years. And I recall many times at Conkey Corner Park when Conkey Cruises was up and running, but our community bikes was there to repair many bikes from the neighborhood. So thank you again for your service. So I'm going to invite Dan Lill to say a few quick words.
People from the shop know that I've never said a few quick words. But in looking back on our 25 years, I thought of the T-shirts that we started out with. The first T-shirts that we had said, "Bikes for Rochester's Needy." Bikes for Rochester's Needy. And we decided after a little while that was not a good slogan to have on our shirts, because are we not all needy? And so the second set of shirts that we had said, "Recycling Bikes for Rochester." That's better, but it's not what we do. And so the third and final edition, although it's not on these shirts, it says, improving lives, one bicycle at a time. And I think that's really what we do. We improve the lives of our recipients, but we also improve the lives of our volunteers. So thank you very much for this recognition. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you guys.
And finally, if Daryl Mitchell is here, can you please join us in the front? So we're going to proceed with this recognition, and it's very important. So I want to make sure that we continue. We will make sure Daryl gets his flowers when he does arrive. But the story behind this is actually one of a Good Samaritan. So a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, there was a call for a 13-year-old who was missing. And Daryl stepped up in a time of need and made sure that Mina Snowden got back to her family and to safety. Too often, missing children reports end in tragedy. But because of Daryl's actions, he ensured Mina's safety and security. What Daryl did that day is the kind of thing we hope every Rochesterian would do. But unfortunately, we're all too busy sometimes to stop and do that. So we wanted to make sure, the Rochester City Council wanted to make sure that we acknowledge the fact that Daryl stopped what he was doing and noticed something. He acted, and he made sure that a 13-year-old girl got home to the people who love her. So on behalf of Rochester City Council and this entire community, we are grateful to Daryl for his courage, for his care, and we are proud to call Daryl a neighbor. Let's give him a round of applause. So that concludes our recognitions for tonight, and we'll move to the general business. So next we have the approval of the minutes by Councilmember Leslie Smith.
Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting on July 28th, 2026 be approved as published in the official documents of the proceedings.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The following documents are hereby directed to be received and filed. The mayor submits the following: administrative cancellation or refund of erroneous taxes and charges for the months of June and July 2026.
Thank you. Those documents will be received and filed. Time for the presentation and reference of any petitions or other communications. Are there any petitions? Hearing none, we will now move on to the reports of standing committees and action thereon. Chairperson Patterson, the Neighborhood Jobs and Housing Committee report, please.
To the council, the Neighborhood Jobs and Housing Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 306, authorizing the sale of real estate, appropriating 2024-2025 annual action plan funds, and authorizing a grant agreement for the construction and sale of 10 affordable single-family homes. Introductory number 307, amending ordinance number 2026-104 related to the sale of real estate. Introductory number 308, authorizing a lease agreement with Diva Theater, Inc. Introductory number 309, appropriating funds and amending prior ordinances and agreements for affordable housing projects. This report is respectfully submitted by myself, Michael A. Patterson, Council members LaShonda Leslie Smith, Councilmember Mary Lupian, Council Vice President LaShaye D. Harris, and President Miguel A. Melendez, Jr.
Thank you, Chairperson Patterson. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 306, authorizing the sale of real estate, appropriating 2024-25 annual action plan funds, and authorizing a grant agreement for the construction and sale of 10 affordable single-family homes. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 307, amending ordinance number 2026-104 related to the sale of real estate. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 308, authorizing a lease agreement with Jiva Theater Incorporated. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 309, appropriating funds and amending prior ordinances and agreements for affordable housing projects. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Chairperson Gruber, the Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee report, please.
To the Council, the Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 311, authorizing an amendatory agreement with Time Clock Plus LLC. Introductory number 312, authorizing an amendatory agreement to administer a city general liability insurance program. The Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee recommends for the following entitled legislation to be held in committee. Introductory number 310, submitting a joint report, amending ordinance 2021-229, and approving appointments to the New American Advisory Council. This report was respectfully submitted by council members Stanley Martin, Kiera Smith, Lachey Harris, Miguel Melendez, and myself, Mitch Gruber.
Thank you, Chairperson Gruber. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 311, authorizing the mandatory agreement with Time Clock Plus LLC. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 312, authorizing the mandatory agreement to administer a city general liability insurance program. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Councilmember Gruber, do you have a motion related to introductory number 310, submitting a joint report amending ordinance number 2021-229 and approving appointments to the New American Advisory Council?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to discharge introductory number 310 from committee. Can I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Let's vote on discharging the item from committee. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Any questions, comments, or concerns related to introductory 310?
I have one.
Okay, Councilmember Gruber.
Thanks. I appreciate all the answers that the administration sent about this newly or reformed committee and the reports that were being filed. One thing that did not come up until, well, it hasn't come up yet, is just the mechanism for kind of reporting back to council. I think in the early stages in 2021, there was a council liaison to the, a city council liaison to the New American Advisory Council. That's not listed as a member on this, but at least would there be an opportunity for council staff to sit in on the meetings and report back to us?
Yeah, I think absolutely. Certainly whatever the council deems most useful, whether it's what you've suggested to receive a written report, some combination thereof. Happy to raise that with the group and make sure that we get that in place.
And does the group already have a chair identified, or with the new constitution of the group, there will be a new opportunity to vote on a chair?
Yeah, I think they'll have an opportunity to deliberate on that amongst themselves, and certainly we've got no shortage of good candidates on that list to serve in that role.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Lupien.
Yes, I apologize if I did not see this answer and you've already answered the question. The previous iteration I know had submitted recommendations. How many of their recommendations were implemented?
That I think is what is in what was submitted. I
Okay.
will double check, and if it's not, we can get kind of a status of implementation.
I do know in talking with folks from them, because I was the council liaison in 21, that there was some dissatisfaction with the recommendations, some recommendations that weren't implemented. So I'm hoping that there's open dialogue to be able to have this body actually be able to influence policy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know they're enthusiastic to have that same opportunity. as
Great.
well.
Thank you.
Councilmember Smith.
I want to thank the administration for the work that they've done around this, and I want to say for the record that I do support the work of the new American, the development of the advisory council. But I do want to state for the record also that I am opposed to the majority of the individuals living outside of the city being on the advisory. And I also want to say for the record that there are people in Rochester who have been historically and disproportionately disadvantaged who continue to experience those disparities and who also do not feel represented and seen and heard by our city government. So I would like to thank you guys for setting a precedent for other groups who may want to come forward and have their voices represented as well.
Any additional comments? Okay, so we'll move introductory number 310 to a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Chairperson Monroe, the People's Parks and Public Works Committee report, please.
To the Council, the People, Parks, and Public Works Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 313, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $625,000 bonds of said city to finance a Parcel 5 phased implementation project. Introductory number 315, authorizing an amendatory agreement related to the Brooks Landing Revitalization Project. Introductory number 316, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $850,000 bonds of said city to finance the cost of the Blue Cross Arena Bowl Seating Replacement Project Phase 1. Introductory number 317, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $600,000 bonds of said city to finance the Gardner Firehouse Roof Replacement Project. Introductory number 318, amending Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York. Introductory number 319, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $550,000 bonds of said city to finance 2026 LED upgrades and pole replacement project. Introductory number 320, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $3 million bonds of said city to finance the acquisition of 15 general fund motor equipment items. Introductory number 321, Bond Ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $2,264,700 bonds of said city to finance the acquisition of 10 local works motor equipment items. Introductory number 322, authorizing a professional services agreement for legal services relating to brownfield properties. Introductory number 323, authorizing an amendatory grant agreement with the New York State Office of Children and Family Services. The People, Parks, and Public Works Committee recommends for consideration the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 314, amending the official map relating to the Main Street Commons project. This is respectfully submitted by Councilmember Mitch Gruber, Councilmember Michael A. Patterson, Vice President Lachey D. Harris, President Miguel A. Melendez, and myself, Bridget A. Monroe.
Thank you, Chairperson Monroe. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 313, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $625,000 bonds of said city to finance a Parcel 5 phased implementation project.
I have comments.
Councilmember Lupien.
I will not be supporting this item, and I just wanted to explain my vote. The surveillance cameras are a no for me, and I think we're all aware of the danger of over-surveilling our population in terms of what's going on with the federal government and really the world. And the number of cameras that are proposed for the park were alarming to me. And I also realize that the fence is not in this phase, but I just want to go on the record as I oppose any barrier for people to be able to enter the park.
Any additional comments? Okay. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Gruber,
Yes.
Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
No.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
and President Melendez.
Yes. The motion carries. Introductory number 314, amending the official map relating to the Main Street Commons project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 315, authorizing an amendatory agreement related to the Brooks Landing revitalization project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 316, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $850,000 bonds of said city to finance the cost of the Blue Cross Arena seating replacement project Phase 1. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory number 317, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $600,000 bonds of said city to finance the Gardner Firehouse roof replacement project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith, Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory number 318, amending bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York. This also requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory 319, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $550,000 bonds of said city to finance 2026 LED upgrades and pole replacement project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory number 320, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $3 million bonds of said city to finance the acquisition of 15 general fund motor equipment items. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory number 321, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $2,264,700 bonds of said city to finance the acquisition of 10 local works motor equipment items. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber, Councilmember Leslie Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Vice President Harris,
Yes.
President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introductory number 322, authorizing a professional services agreement for legal services relating to brownfield properties. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 323, authorizing a mandatory grant agreement with the New York State Office of Children and Family Services. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Vice President Harris, the Public Safety Committee report, please.
Thank you, President Melendez. To the Council, the Public Safety Committee recommends adoption of the following title legislation. Introductory number 324, authorizing an agreement related to the SAS Law Enforcement Intelligence Software. This report is respectfully submitted by Council members Mitch Gruber, LaShonda Leslie Smith, Mary Lupian, Stanley Martin, Bridget A. Monroe, Michael A. Patterson, Kiara Kiki Smith, President Miguel A. Melendez Jr., and myself, Vice President LaShay D. Harris.
Thank you, VP Harris. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Before we do on this item really quick, I just want to allow Councilmember Martin to go back to 310 if she would like to record a vote.
Yes, thank you so much. Just scrolling through. Yes,
With
absolutely.
New American, okay.
Yes, thank you, President Melendez.
You're very welcome. All right, so now we're on introductory number 324, authorizing an agreement related to SAS Law Enforcement Intelligence Software. All in favor, please say aye.
Just have
Is there a comment?
yes,
Yes,
just quick question.
Councilmember Martin.
Thank you so much, President. Thank you to the administration for all the answers you gave around the system. I just have a couple of follow-up questions. In the responses, you mentioned that some of the information the system stores includes license plate information. Can you talk about how that specific information is gotten? How do you get access to it, I guess?
I can get you that information in writing.
Do you use license plate readers, or is it from investigations?
In order to give a thorough answer, I'd rather have it in writing, but we do have, it's in our reports.
Gotcha. Okay. And the reports are garnered when officers are on the scene and they write what they observe in their reports.
Correct.
Gotcha. Thank you. And you also mentioned, and again, this information, right, should be accessible to the public. So I'm just following up on the answers. Can you tell me what the difference is between the Vice Squad and the Greater Rochester Area Narcotics Enforcement Team?
The Special Investigation Section is RPD specific, and Granite is a combination of our partner agencies, local and federal government.
Thank you so much. I believe that's it.
Great, thank you. All right, so introductory 324, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And with no further business to come before the body. Oh. We're going to do something a little unorthodox, and we're going to, before we end the meeting, we are going to honor someone who was not able to join us in the beginning. And we'd like to invite Daryl to join us in the front. Daryl Mitchell. And now, with no further business, we stand adjourned.
Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate it. The council was smooth. This was smooth.
Yes.